Hey guys, hold up. One more I got to go through. All right, the hell with it. We won't do the frog thing tonight. Hey, well, look, welcome to the show, the Frog News Network. I'm Doug Cusma. This is Mike Penny. Say hello, Mike.
Hey, hey, hey.
There we go, guys. But let's do the frog thing. Wouldn't be right if we didn't do the frog thing. Hey, guys, welcome to the show once again. Where y'all watching us from? Pennsylvania in the house. West Virginia. Hi, Mike and Doug. Hello, Jackie. Welcome to the stream. Mike is
Howdy,
fuzzy.
Doug, Diana. I am
Mike's
fuzzy.
always a little fuzzy. He is fuzzy on my stream, too. You got to know that out there in the country, they don't have that top of the line satellite connection. Hold your right hand up with aluminum foil, Mike. Remember when you was little and you put aluminum foil on their rabbit ears, get them to come in better.
That's right.
Yeah, you're a little blurred, man, like I done drank too many. Hey, Frogonites.
I got
what's going on, Ontario, Canada? Back. Shelby, North Carolina, Denby, Virginia. That's my boy Chuck, Big Chuck in the house. Yogi in the house. There's Christina, Lake Norman in the house. She getting her house worked on. She was showing me pictures a day. She got them working over there. She said when it's fixed, she wants me and you to come to her house. Virginia, look, I got two people from Virginia on here and another guy from Norfolk.
Bayou State.
Oregon in the house. You seen any satellites going down? My buddy said Oregon, they can see them things falling out of the sky out that way. There's Mike.
Indiana in the house. Big Mike in the
all
house.
The way from the Philippines in the house.
Prairie Grove.
Arkansas in the house.
Oregon, Georgia, and the Lone Star State of Texas.
Excuse me.
Virginia, Indianapolis, Indiana, Michigan City, in
Greenville, Texas,
Michigan.
400 people on the line Kansas. Already. Hey guys, whether you're watching on Facebook or you're watching on YouTube, please like the video.
Nova Scotia,
give the thumbs
Canada.
Up,
wow.
Please. It helps us get more people's eyes on what's going on. West Tennessee. You must be in the
share this one out, guys.
Area.
You want to share this one out?
South Carolina. Yeah, share it out. Share it out. South Dakota.
Tennessee. Michigan. Miss Tammy in the house from Tennessee.
Yes. We've got some answers. They might not be
Rockingham, North Carolina.
Rockingham, North Carolina. That used to be a good racetrack to go to. Maryland says howdy. Howdy from Tennessee on YouTube.
Finger, Tennessee.
And shared it. Thanks, Dave. Carolina. I appreciate it. Hey, guys.
Anything jumping on from South Carolina. Sardis City, Alabama.
Alabama.
Maiden, North Carolina. Bluefield, Virginia.
What is going on tonight? You're so happy I got Virginia. My 40 ounces today. Silver went up on the national debt thing like $20 an ounce overnight. Hello. Wait till that rule don't work no more. And they can't control the price of it. You're going to see it jump thousands of dollars.
Elizabeth City, North Carolina.
I thought I'd get mine up by another 100 ounces.
North Carolina. Riggy. Thank you for joining us.
All right. Elizabeth City. Used to carry cars down there all the time. Now my buddy Ken.
Dunn, North Carolina. Y'all are getting into my neck of woods. Dunn, North Carolina. Joko in the house.
Y'all keep an eye on the chat too. We don't want no people talking bad about us in the chat. Y'all keep your eye on it. Let us know if we get started. We get started.
Texas, Earl, North Carolina. Earl.
State of Texas in the house. Got my silver. Everybody's buying silver. The one I can't get none. Y'all bought it all up. I know JM Bullion ain't got nothing.
Angela's near Dunn, North Carolina.
100 bar ounces is all they got. That's $3,000.
Orlando, Florida, South Carolina.
Well, I got some more disturbing news about Walmart today.
Yeah, I saw some of that.
With you. That's not good.
All right, Dougie, we've been kicking almost 6 minutes now.
Let's get it kicked off. And you know what? Let's just start right there with the Walmart stuff, because that seems to be on my mind right now. It seems as though in the South down there in the Carolinas and Georgia, Alabama, down that way, all the closed down Walmart centers seem to have tunnel systems under them, and FEMA seems to have taken them over. They're still getting deliveries. Who in the hell and why? When did they build tunnels onto Walmart? When did this happen? And you wonder, is it on every superstore in the country now? You start to wonder. But I know on the Walmart we got, there's no room for that stuff. We're right next to the interstate, but who knows? They could have tunneled under the interstate and put it somewhere else. Who knows? But I seen that today, and the lady, it was a video she was showing about it, and she goes, "Look, here are the tunnels." Showed them right near the drainage system and stuff. So that's more disturbing. That makes me think more that Walmart will be busted up. What do you think there, Michael?
Or
at least another name.
Yeah, I think they're looking at another name, maybe. I think that it's a shame that something so American, or used to be so American, has turned into that.
As American as you could get, Sam Walton.
Yeah. You know, and entrepreneurship, guys. I mean, there's a ton of entrepreneurs on our show with us at night. Doug and our entrepreneurs, and that's supposed to be the American dream. You know, make your way and have the freedom and choice to do it. So I think, Doug, I think we'll see Walmart in a different name and probably into several different corporations over the time.
What do you think? You think Amazon will be busted up as well? They're such a big company. Do you know what I mean? I
don't think company like Amazon.
I
don't think a company like Amazon is going to be busted up. I think the internet itself, as we know it, is going to be changed, and that will then change companies like Amazon and Lyft and Uber and all those internet-based companies.
I see more places that sell silver. Be careful. Make sure you buy from places like JM Bullion, because other places, there's other mints right now that don't have silver, and all they have is certificates. And that immediately that means you're out of business. Then you're under. They can't back the silver they got. That's why you never get a certificate. You always get it in hand. Wayfair, they all need to get redone. And we know that how can Google stay together with their operating system called Adrena and the browser named Chrome? How can you let that stay? It can't get going. Microsoft's involved in all this too with Bill Gates. So these companies, in my opinion, have to come down. You know what I mean?
I think they have to come down. Do I think we'll see that in the near future? To some extent, we'll see something, but I think the focus is more on the getting rid of the evil in the corporation versus the corporation itself. If you understand what I'm saying,
right? I think Disney will be restructured. That's an evil, awful place, and I don't know that. It makes me think they might make that back into an alligator park, because I don't think there's no coming back for Disney after all they've done with cartoons and all they've done with
when Disney's exposed, it'll be over, in my opinion.
How is the mail service going to happen when things go down? You won't have mail for 10 days. What do you think, they're going to open the post office for you? That's why I'm scared to buy silver right now. I'm scared if they shut it down, my silver will get caught up in some kind of switchover. I think Charlie Ward's a very knowledgeable person, but on a different dimension than the average person. I don't see. Mike's got a different opinion about Charlie. I don't trust him, so I don't watch none of his shows. Ever since I've seen him on an island with Bill Clinton and some other people at his wedding, I think
it's kind of like DJT 19 had to infiltrate that scene. He wasn't the only one. And I think that's what you're seeing, Doug. Right, and that's just I mean, that's my opinion. It's a strong opinion. Considering the news we got today, and I know that CW is a part of that,
Right. He supposedly moved all the gold for our country. Yes. I mean, it was in charge of it. We used our military planes, but he was in charge of how it was counted and how it was loaded on the planes and what took charge of it. I heard he was very much involved in that.
Yeah, and we're getting ready. I mean, that's a lot of integrity right there.
Yeah,
that's a huge display of integrity, and we're getting ready to go into a movement of unity and integrity. So I don't know. I think you just have to be careful who you follow and who you listen to. And
there were a ton of drops when I got up this morning. It must have been about 4:30. I got up, used the restroom, and I came out and I said, let me take a look. And I looked on Whiplash, whatever. And he hadn't posted anything all the day. Then I look on, he had 38 posts on there. I read all of them. I was up till like 6:30, then went back to bed. All kind of Q drops, man. It's going on. And what Mike sent me a video today because, I just want something to happen so bad. I wanted some good news, and he sent me over a bunch of good news. It might not be the news you want to hear, but it is all good news, though. We're very much in control of what's going on.
We learned that if we pay attention to the little pieces, we'll put the bigger pieces together a lot easier, without question. Okay. And we're going to dive deeper into what was shared with us today. Okay.
I just read that Three Gorge Dam over there, it's on the brink of destruction. It was last weekend, but it's way closer now because more flooding over the weekend. They said it actually bowed the inside of the bottom of the concrete on the inside of the dam where the servers are at. This thing just needs a slight little nudge, and they claiming it could take more than that. I don't think it needs a whole lot more for it to be done, to be honest with you. I think they're scared to death of it right now over there. That thing floods. Here's the thing. If it floods, it kills a lot of people downstream, though. But from what we're hearing, it's going to get taken out by the wrath of God. So, and that's coming very shortly because there's more ships. I heard that 15 ships got detained in the Suez Canal. And there's a lot more to the story than anybody else will know about it. We cost them billions and billions of dollars and pretty much shut all their money off. So things are looking pretty grim for the dark side right now. They don't have a lot of power left. What we gather, and is more than one person, but I'll say this much about the video, not reveal too much, that this remarkably has all been done without none of us patriots having to get out and feel like we need to fight the enemy. And it's all been doing very smartly, very, very smartly, and without violence is the main thing.
Now, do we think that
Mike, go ahead and share what you want to share, bud.
Some cautions of violence. I mean, we have to understand this, okay? If the FRAUD is supposed to come out, which we found out with good sources today, that it's going to come out this month. When? I don't know. I do know that Sidney Powell and General Flynn are getting ready to chop the you-know-what's off of Dominion.
Well, they said in so many words, and that's why the show was about when it hits the fan, the poo-poo hits the fan. His exact words, people in Washington are going to be crapping in their pants, but he didn't use the word crapping, and people will be running for the hills by the end of the month. And he said, I can almost guarantee it. And that's a guy way high up there that gave us that info right there.
Yeah.
And
so
they're actually going on tour the whole country, but I don't want to get.
So but, if the 2020 flips, okay, November 3rd, 2020 flips, and then we just need it to be acknowledged to the public. All right. but we're going to have to see the ugliness of it first, if you get what I'm dreaming, okay? And the reason why they want to show you the ugliness, I mean, look at the ugly stuff they've been showing us already. We literally are watching, what did you say, Doug? A WWE drama.
Yeah, it is. But well, here you go. And let it be said now that I'm the one that went through the Biden video. It wasn't somebody from another group. I'm the one that discovered the fake ear, the fake mask on him, and you can't hide it when he's out in the sunlight. You can hide it with the cameras when he's inside, but when he's outside, it's very hard to hide the difference in the skin tones from the mask to the real ear. And you could see the flab of the fake ear. I mean, it was plain as day, and it was almost like they wanted to show it to you the way they filmed it. They got around to a side where you could see where the crack in the mask was, where they slide it on. I mean, it was pretty obvious. That I feel pretty big about that. I'm the one that discovered that, and nobody else did. If it made it to other groups, that's cool. But I said, "Holy cow, look at that!" I says, "I got to get a screenshot of this." So yeah,
the Vatican's at the tunnel. That's not a new thing. It's just being exposed more now.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, the Biden mask guys, they're just making it obvious now. They were our source today was asked, "What about sliding Kamala in?" Well, first off, he said he ain't scared of no
man with a short wee wee, but he didn't use that word either. The guy was being pretty blunt. I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, he was definitely being blunt,
and
he was very
the
factual.
The question is, normally when he does a show, there's a zillion things behind him in his house. There was nothing behind him, and the guy says, "Where's all the stuff behind you?" He says, "I'm packing up." He says, "What?" He said, "Well, we were supposed to start in May and travel the country in June and travel the country and promote, the way the country should be run, the Sheriff's Association." And we'll get into some of that in a little while as well. And get into how the United States should be run as opposed to the way it's being run. And they have so many people behind them. It's crazy. But, he's about to take. They got 4 of them giant buses, like tour buses that these singers and bands travel in. They got 4 of them. Then they got behind him Scott McCain and every biker in the country following him from city to city. What is it? 72 stops, and they're going to
50 states, 72 cities,
72 cities, and they're going to promote what the Republic of the United States should be and what we need to get back to from ground zero up. And there's so many people in our country that want it that way. And as they go, they're just going to gain steam as they go along. Do you follow what I'm saying? It was pretty incredible, that hour-long talk.
Yeah.
With what's that guy, boxing champ or
David Rodriguez.
Yeah, he's going on tour with them.
That's right. Robert David Steele.
Like Michael Flynn will be showing up to speak, and all these big people will be. It's going to be a pretty cool deal if it don't switch over before that. But the first thing he was asking him dead question, he said, "Look, we were supposed to have things happening." And he said, "Well, look, I'm about to go over to Juan's house and repossess his $1 million worth of cars." He said it was going to happen. And he said
he's going to slice every tire if it didn't.
Yeah, he said, I can guarantee you they'll be crapping in their pants by the end of their month, and there'll be arrests by the end of the month. It's not in the time frame that we wanted in, Mike. You can go ahead and let some more out. I don't want to give it all away. It was an hour long that they talked, but
they were both very cautious about dates and times, but they were also very poignant in putting the fact out there. The fact is, stuff is happening. You just have to look a little closer to see it. Okay. And you got to be able to put the little pieces into the big pieces, or little pieces together to make the big pieces. Okay. To understand how it's happening, what's happening. It's like, they're talking, we're being pitched. A lot of the groups are talking about warming us up to the possibility of a lot of riots once the AUD flips. There'll be a lot of riots. No, they squished that very quickly. Okay, those folks have been visited and been told under no certain terms, if we see you or smell you on the street, we'll just kill you.
That's it. All the people like from Black Lives Matter and all them other groups, if they start to go in the streets and do what they did, they're going to kill them on sight. They've already been visited by special forces, not the Secret Service, not the not the sheriff in town. Special forces of the military has made themselves very much to them. Look, this is what's going to happen if we see you again. So if you might see a sporadic couple of fires here and there, but they're not going to put up with it. They've already said that, boom, they're going to shoot them dead in the street.
Yes, Scott.
What
emphatically? Yes. Okay. If not by the end of the month or sooner, definitely by May 15th.
Okay. What guy is saying bad things? So tell me what name it is so I can throw him out. I just seen it in there. But at any rate, here's some good news. The Texas Rangers played their home opener with 40,000 people with no masks in the stands. Now, look, if there's not an outbreak, what's the damn problem with the country right there? Open every damn state now. You see what I'm saying?
Amanda, that is a very good question. And they're actually going to have in the 10-day movie, they're going to have people to help do that. There'll be times where the stuff gets explained to children.
It's going to take a while for all of it to come. There's just so much. I think we've shown a map one time of how everything's connected all the way down to CIA, the news organizations, everything. It is such a massive job that they're getting ready to do. It's in no way, shape, or form. Don't think things ain't going on because you don't hear it on the news. It's going on.
In fact,
this is no drill.
Yourself, and anybody else that you know, y'all should warn from watching the news. Just stop watching it, because it's not in any way, shape, or form helping anybody.
Boycott Coca-Cola for sure. Who does that guy think?
I put a whole list in this morning of
but you know what I mean. Who does he think he is? Well, I'll just take all you rednecks out of here and move.
He's getting ready to find out who we are. That's what he's getting ready to find out, is who we are.
We don't need your products. You need us. It was what all these people need. The Major League, every professional sport, I said it last night, has to be restructured.
Gus, that's a good point too, Gus. But those people are a very small part of the population, a lot smaller than they make us believe. Okay, before they were a large part, but since 2016, that has been dwindled and dwindled and dwindled, and that's part of what this tour is about. Okay.
I'm not even gonna read that, but you seen it. I can't be less white. I'm just Doug. I'm sorry. but that got me.
So,
hey, listen. When I quit a product, I'm never coming back unless Trump says they did it as a false flag, so we could get this accomplished. That'd be the only way I'd ever buy that product again, ever.
When they see his confession and her confession, guys, it's going to rip the Band-Aid off, and we'll have to help them. Okay, we will have to help them.
All right, so give them what we heard about them announcing Trump.
Trump's victory.
Hey, whatever, 1945, whatever he is, he'll be in office, and it was pretty evident to when it was going to be publicly.
His victory lap would be July the 4th at Rushmore,
and we all know we want it quicker than that, but he's already been sworn in.
It was already. Okay. He is not in charge of the military operations, but he is a part of them. Okay. He is in charge of the financial piece of the country right now. That's why you see the notifications from banks starting to pop up. I noticed several people talking about that in the group today. I mean, all that stuff, the financial and economic stuff that is going down, that's Trump's part. The rest of it is up to the military.
Somebody mentioned in the group.
Do they ask him for his input? Yes.
They tried to get money at the bank, and the bank didn't have no money.
Yes.
Because guess what? They're trying to switch everything over. If you walked into your bank today, and I heard the amount was only $5,000, they did not have it on hand. They're getting ready we must be getting ready to get close. And I ain't trying to set no timeline at all. I'm never going to do it again. But we must be getting closer if they're not keeping $5,000 in cash on hand. because what they're doing is trying to take that money out of circulation right now. We must be getting closer is all I can say. Trump's in charge of all world banks. That's right.
Christy, also the Integrity Unity Tour, the Freedom Tour that we're talking about. 19 made it possible, but that's going to be, it's all about local governors and I don't want to say politics because they're ready to get rid of that word as well. But
so you can learn more about the tour at www.bigatUSA.org. You
Big
can
Bat USA.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Big. What is it?
Big Bat.
Bigbat.usa.org. And you can go over and find, you can contribute $1, $100, whatever you want to contribute. It helps them stay on tour. He said he's already took in 2 weeks over $400 and some thousand. They need so many million to do the tour. It is about the money for them to go on tour, but they're gaining people like super high dollar country acts are coming on. They're going to tour with them. Speakers are jumping on from city to city. What it's going to get into is they got another one where you can get the forms. And this is the most important part. And I think we stressed this once before, is you can go to CSPOA. And what that is Constitutional Sheriffs and Police Officers Association.org. And what it is it shows you there. You can join, and I'll have to be a police officer.
You can get your posse badge.
You get your posse badge. And what that is about constitutional sheriffs. They have more authority than any police department. Okay.
And some mayors.
So
depending on the population.
So it's very important to go over to that website and find out. Again, I'll give it to you and I'll put it in the group later. CSPOA.org. And I'm going to join. It's $100 for a year. They give you a little badge. But did you know that these guys can take on public people and make them deputy sheriffs? You all can be Barney Fife if you want, but they can deputize people 2 different ways. It's amazing. They have unlimited powers as constitutional sheriffs. It's like higher than judges at some points. So I want to learn more about that. And that's what they're going to be preaching as they go to each city and each state. And then they got another site that you can get the documents if your town or your police department or your sheriff's department aren't practicing being a constitutional sheriff. And you could get them to fill out forms and they'll go abide by that. This sets up this is from the ground up. We're rebuilding everything. And that was the most exciting thing I heard in the show. Plus he was just dropping bombs. They got everything on everyone. He's the guy that says, make the deal or die.
Chingas to Madre.
Yeah, he is. I would imagine he has 45's phone number right in speed dial.
Yes, that's the big thing that Trump is. Thomas too just hit the nail on the head. NESARA and GESARA is happening because of who's in charge of the world banks, and that would be 19. Okay.
He is in control of the whole world bank. It used to be the Rothschilds. That's done.
Yeah. He created a military alliance throughout the world when he did all that as well. Okay. So that it was fair for all, not just America.
I'm sorry if we're cutting in and out on people. You got to know the internet is up and down all across the country right now. We're actually, I would call it on borrowed time on the internet right now.
Mindy,
it was fading in and out in some places. Then they were telling us they could hear us from Australia. So, and the video was fine. So
I'm in belief with you, Mindy, that 107 is retired Admiral Michael Rogers. He is definitely not Jeb Jr. Got a good word on that. Yeah.
Rothschild don't own no more banks. Trust me when I tell you, the Federal Reserve does not exist anymore. Fudge Coca-Cola. They got fudge Coca-Cola. They can
only in narrative.
You're clear as a bell. Don Glover says, and the video's fine. Biden's picture with a torn ear. Could he possibly been photoshopped? Dude, I took the picture of the video. Don't think it was photoshopped when I took it from a live video. Not thinking so. That was real as it gets. I took a screenshot of the video and went, oh my God, look at that. Look at that.
Jackie's in agreement.
I'm the one that found
one saving is Admiral Mike Rogers. Yes, right now Nancy Pelosi is Piglosi is Piglosi is definitely a double or a clone.
It looks like a full moon tonight. I don't know. I haven't even looked outside to see if there is a moon, but it'll be one moon over the cuckoo nest. You think everybody goes down? We'll get rid of it.
All governments have to step down when NESARA goes through it. NESARA and GESARA.
Yeah, but United States has got to be first.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson bit him in the ear.
Jim Paskey's arguing with reporters because they're beginning to lose the narrative. Okay, everybody knows, even they know, that their days are numbered. Yeah, Piglosi's already gone.
Gone. And I think the way that Kamala laughs, she might have Kuru. Sure laughs a lot like Hillary did before she passed away.
Yeah.
In Naples, Florida.
Camel. I can't say it. I'm not going to say it.
I don't even want to find out what it was.
I don't either. I don't know that she's dead, but she's definitely uncomfortably awaiting a tribunal.
What about Schumer? What about him? You know what? You see less and less politicians on TV anymore. They've only got I'd say less than 10 that they show all the time. So that means the rest of them must be real busy doing something else, because every network has about 3 or 4. Do you know what I mean? And they come on regularly, but there's not a lot of. When's the last time y'all seen Adam Schiff? Last time y'all seen the old FBI director? Y'all forgot about him?
Camel Toe Harry is. That's right. She said, "I think they all have
man with a small wee wee."
Head boy, that's right. Head boy Harris is the one with the little wee wee.
I'll never forget when she came on that one day, Pelosi, and it was a double, and that lady was like 30 years younger. She didn't have the droop neck. I was like, "That's not her."
Yeah, Rob, that's exactly right. Rob's comment. Yeah, big old sunglasses and scarves.
That's the reason that's hiding the neck.
Yep.
A brain tissue infectious protein Kuru. That's what Kamala's got, or whatever that guy she is got. Wig's liable to fall off next.
Cannot speak total fact or truth to JFK Jr. being alive. There's a lot of scuttlebutt that he is, yes.
I know that on Telegram, that is a bot that does all this stuff on there. Supercomputer bot.
I believe Ivanka and Eric and all them are in one of the castles in Scotland.
They all have clones and doubles too.
Yeah.
I really don't think that Trump would put himself in a position to be sitting in Florida as a stationary target. I just don't think so. He's a little smarter than that. But now putting his brother in harm's way doesn't seem to bother him. Because his brother had surgery to look just like him. He's one of the doubles at this point. His brother's not dead, by the way. He wanted to have plastic surgery the day he died. Humpty Dumpty Nader. We haven't seen him a lot, have we? Did his son-in-law flip? Well, I don't know. Mike knows more about that one. One that's very
Kushner. That was dealt with years ago, guys. Like in 2016 and 2017, nobody leaked the story about it. Besides that, it was actually happening. I do know that Kushner played a big role in the peace stuff in the Middle East.
Nader is the fart guy. Gee, everybody's got jokes now. Camel toe, fart guy, pencil neck.
Anytime now, Rob. Anytime of their choosing. That's
Hunter
the one piece.
Different in his
that's
last
the one piece that they don't have. The media going down, guys, is the one piece that they don't have to have a whole bunch of rigmarole in line to take down. They're just allowing it to continue for a little bit longer, and then you'll start seeing them disappear.
We were seeing warships, our warships in the Suez Canal, and they were claiming, well, the first time they passed through there. Now they're there to search the container ships, and I think somebody just put in there 14 container ships have been pulled aside, and they all seem to be evergreens. So that's going on now. It's just not going on as fast as everybody would like.
I mean, if the banks are out of money, I think Jill Biden was out of money too, because she was working the corner the other night. Did y'all see her outfit?
Jill Biden couldn't get $5. She looked, man, that looked trashy. Man, that looked like hooker material. Oh. My bank statement had multi-currency. What?
Multi-currency listed on it.
Oh my goodness!
It's happening,
that's
guys.
What's going on, guys and girls?
Excuse me.
We are fighting the war, and the reason we don't hear about it is because you're not going to hear it on the news. It's being fought right now, and it's being fought so smartly that you're not even hearing about it. All you're hearing about is the Russian-Ukraine border. You're hearing a little bit about the dam over there.
Yeah, she was celebrating. She was at a satanic ritual. Yes.
Yes, another ship ran aground, but it didn't get stuck for very long.
Pelosi would owe them if she was on a corner.
But that was huge news from the guy today.
I mean, huge news is, guys, I mean, the argument and the fighting is pretty much over with. We're basically watching the WWE drama that Trump is forcing these guys to play out so we can see how silly they are, okay, and how obnoxious and all. I mean, if you don't know, if you're a Democrat and you don't know the Democratic Party is dead, you will soon know, okay? Republican Party, if you're a Republican and you don't know the Republican Party is dead, you will soon know. It's not going to be that way anymore. It's not going to be one party take control or have full power at any given time.
Virginia.
Here we go with the moon stuff.
Yep, it's one moon over the cuckoo's nest. Oh, did Biden shot
Jason Miller just tweeted, "Eat your Wheaties."
Did Biden shot Gimmo?
Yes, the movie is almost over.
I would say we're wrapping things up. The credits are getting ready to roll. Now, you won't find out who played every part right away. I'm sure of that. You got to look.
We won't be finished. They won't be finished cleaning it up until way after the end of the year.
Maybe Christmas before you hear about everything.
Yeah, but the important stuff you're going to hear right away. Okay, you'll see.
I mean, as far as
what we understand, you'll see the confession.
Whether you hear about 45,
any day now there'll be an announcement. Yeah,
they got to, because we're in a new year, a new physical year. It has to be. If it's not a ready switch, that's why you're seeing banks running out of money. That's why you're seeing multi-currencies on your cards and on your statements, because it's happening as we speak. It's not necessarily going to be announced. You know what I mean? They never announced that they took none of the DOMs out on the news.
Yes, Craig, that is exactly what we're hearing. We didn't hear it from Simon, but that's exactly what we're hearing. Do you think Wolf was arrested? I think Wolf, Whitmer, Kemp.
Are the bad guys listening?
There's several other.
I doubt it.
There's several governors on the take for life in prison for the FRAUD stuff, along with the COVID stuff.
Well, every place and everything might not go dark forever. They might pull it down.
Emergency broadcast.
When they're talking about going dark, they might be talking about you as far as watching TV and cable vision and the internet and access to Google. Now, the military is liable to just come up and have a channel or 2 channels on there, and that you can watch the confessions on, and keep you up to speed on the news that's going on. That
we have good word that the Lindell platform, the Trump platform, these things are just really more talk and will never really make it off the ground than anything else. The new internet and stuff, the new social media sites are already been in place. Okay. Bill Binney, was the creator of the original Twitter and the original Facebook and yada, yada, yada. And Robert David Steele is actually working on Web 3.0 with Bill Binney. And those things are already in place, guys. When they flip the switch, the others will go down and these will come up.
You think the guy who follows Marine One in the limo of Biden is part of the bad actors trying to convince us Biden? No, that guy's reporting the truth. He got arrested the other day. He's had his cars towed. He's had everything done to him. But no, he's part of the good guy, Richard Citizen. He's one of the good guys, bro.
I think Northern is on that list. Guys, a lot of people have been visited behind the scenes and told what their fate is, okay? And
here's another thing we heard. Like the governor of Michigan, the governor in these states that they've been told where they're going to overturn things at. I'm not going to say the name. And they mentioned all 4 of the swing states that they've been told that either you comply with what we do, special forces has visited them, not nobody else, and told them it's either life in prison, the death penalty, or what are you going to do? Make the deal. You know what, MF? And they've already been to all the governors and talked to them.
The prime minister of Canada he has a tracker on, and he's not a free man.
No, sir. He's
really not even a man anymore either.
And that's what everything's going on nowadays is what's supposed to be is backwards. They're trying to turn little boys into little girls. They're trying to turn men into women. They're trying to turn yes into no. Is what is going on.
Richard Grenell is actually on the Newsom recall thing now. Richard is supposed to be the interim president of the United States right now while the military is in control.
Penguins. Republican Party sent me an envelope asking for donations. It had postage paid envelope. I scooped up the dog turd and sent it back.
Good for you, Thomas.
Good for you.
Don't let any of them have either party have any of your money.
There is no DC anymore. That's all a joke up there. They go there once in a while with Marine One to just show that it looks like he appears to be in DC. That's all. I'm sure all the governors did. Got visits from special forces and just told them, look, you're looking at life in prison, bro. And they said, what other governor did they said?
Well, remember about a month or so ago, we talked about a lot of these local governments and governors got unwanted helicopter rides.
That was the special forces.
That's exactly right. Okay. We are still at DEFCON 2. Yes. Guys, again, remember, there's going to be a nuclear scare when this stuff first hits the fan. Okay, it's just narrative, though. Okay, you have to remember that. You have to remain calm, and you have to help those.
In DEFCON 2, and in DEFCON 2, the presidency cannot change hands, but it won't last long.
Pelosi can say we won't be successful all she wants to. We already have been. Everything going on in government right now, local and federal. State and federal is all a bunch of damn malarkey anyway.
Soon the most popular 5 words I tried to tell you. They shouldn't be, though. It should be more like, how can I explain things and help you understand what's happening? Instead of being, I tried to tell you. You don't want to be that person, really. It makes a whole new meaning of up, and away.
Well, we will see bits not bits and pieces, but we will see a good portion of it before summer. Yes, Christy. Okay.
I think some of them are going to be overturned, but you got to know when we switch over to the new government, the Democrat and the Republican Party will no longer exist. They're going to come out with new parties. I'm pretty sure of it. And like we said, DC is no longer, so it'll all be either run in Texas or Philadelphia, or it's not going to be,
Yes, Sarah, the lockdown in Canada is being allowed for military operations. Yes.
How about rounding up all the illegals and sending them back? How do you know they're not doing it? You're just watching what they show you on TV. How do you know
what's going on the border, guys?
And just showing it to you.
A lot of what's going on in the border is they're actually taking the children from the child traffickers, and there's still a small percentage of Department of Homeland Security that is wicked and evil, and they're capturing the kids and selling them straight to the pedophiles. They're cutting out the middleman and getting their own chunk of the pie.
None of the executive orders Biden signs means diddly.
Executive actions versus executive orders is a big difference. That's right.
He never took an oath off of his office either. Yeah, I've seen where they showed the fake needles that all the elite are supposedly taking the vaccine, so you should too. I normally don't listen to radio in the car, but I had it on today.
It's all Panama.
And our local disc jockeys are pushing the V, and I'm like, it's deeply embedded. Panatime.
Yes, our military, Russia's military, guys. I don't know for a fact, but several scathing rumors. I'm not scathing, but several rumors have been floating that Canada and Mexico will be a part of the United States eventually. Probably by 2024.
What rate do you think the diner, or is that supposed to be dollar, will regenerate to?
The dinar. What rate do you think the dinar will reevaluate?
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
That is a good question. There are a lot being tossed around. I'll send them to you, Mindy, and you can make a formed opinion from what I send you.
171,000 arrested at the border so far. This almost said it. This V passport is not going to go. It'll be the end of it all.
The key, Lori, put Lori's statement back up there.
Trying to find Lori.
Up one. There you go. Up one from Virgil. Up one. Go back. David. Yep. Go back up.
I got it.
The key to that sentence that you got there, Lori, is they're saying, okay? That's all narrative. Okay? They cannot do that. They cannot and will not. And they won't be allowed to either. So understand that. All the jab talk about the passports and all that crap is just talk. It's part of the WWE drama.
Yes, and we're controlling all of it.
Mindy, so I owe you a couple links now. I'll make sure you get them.
You talk of all the dams are supposed to be going to be destroyed. Whatever are all those overseers are any here in the USA? No, the CIA supercomputer and all the mining for Bitcoin is located under the Three Gorge Dam in China. And once we take that out, Bitcoin is no more. That's run by the cabal, the trafficking of children, and stuff like this. I've been trying to tell people, and I told them last night, if you're in Bitcoin or anything like it, get your money the hell out now, because it's getting ready to be worth zero. Oh, it's worth 60,000. It's going to be worth zero really soon. So if you can cash out, get your money and run. I mean, run to the bank and get your money, because it's going to be no more. Walmart didn't take any money from Bill Gates because Bill Gates is dead. They took it from somebody else.
It's all narrative.
Is Diana alive? Supposedly.
Yes, she's going to be queen.
Cobain's alive. Prince is alive. A lot of people that you think dead are alive. Elvis.
Absolutely, Mike. 4843. I'll send them to you as well.
Who knows if they can do that, but who knows that they're all viral? Who knows that they're all bad and you're just not getting a shot of B12? Who knows that?
Guys, you have to be very, very careful what you're talking about with the vaccine because so much of it is just misinformation to begin with, okay? And then there's so much of it that they have made out to look like it's a large piece of the pie when it's actually a teeny piece of the pie, much like COVID was.
Excuse me. That was good. You're just joining? Well, good night. Been a very good show. Let's recap. But yeah, things are going on behind the scenes. Can't tell you much more than that, but that's what I heard. All of you guys are pretty much in the group. We're up to like 460, 70 people now. That's amazing. I remember when we thought we had something going on when we had 80, 90 people. I mean,
Lena, put Lena's comment up there. Let's talk about this for a second. I agree with you, Richard. Okay, Richard, I read yours as well. But here we can have the same PM for years, and 4 years isn't enough to change things either, except for the one recent example on how much got done in 4 years. Guys, that's what it's about. That's what a part of this movement is about, is they should not be up there dilly-and-dallying and making themselves richer and for the better and us worse, okay? They should go up there and do what they were elected to do, and nothing else, nothing more, and serve the people, okay? We've seen what can happen when you serve the people.
You can't force the V on anybody.
No, you can't.
No company can. That's against
the military. Had a press conference about 3 weeks ago when they talked about delivering.
It's a Constitution.
When they talked about delivering and distributing the jab that Trump so much talked about, they said there will be no forced stuff. They even said a third to half of the military has refused to take it, and they're not doing anything about it.
Well, she is not the lady that said she's a nurse or a doctor, so she would know.
You're exactly right, Carol. Yes, I feel for those people, Rebecca. I just do.
You think because of the stock market crash from 28, we seniors who lost our retirement will be compensated? Everybody's going to be compensated in some kind of way for all we've been put through for hundreds and hundreds of years. Don't know what that number is, but it'd be a hell of a lot more than you're getting now. Was George Floyd's death fake? Absolutely. That was all for a narrative so they could burn the city.
I've seen pictures of him walking around in London, guys.
He attended
just a few days ago, as a matter of fact. Yeah, he attended his own funeral.
They made him out to be bigger than anybody that's ever been killed, and that's just bull. You know what I mean? Skid's comments. Okay, let me go check. I don't even see him, so. Anyway,
Christy, we do know when God says it's going to happen. That's when. I fully believe that, and I'll bet anybody that that's exactly what happens. Won't even get it wrong.
I can't hardly believe they've implemented mandatory sticks for staff and more. I can't believe that.
Yes, from what I understand, part of the negotiations and the trade deals and stuff was to bring Canada and Mexico back into being a part of the United States.
I put in our group Telegram, look through it today. I put the link to our Rumble channel, and I put the link to the video for the birth certificates in there. I'm not going to go over it every time we have a show. Look through there and you'll find it.
Trumpy needs to go from the comments. We need to find Trumpy.
Let me find Trumpy. Ken has got a new name again.
There he is, right below Jim Cope and right above Virgil Quick.
Am I not seeing him? I see Mike.
Jim Cope. Mike 4843. Jim Cope, Trumpy.
I got him.
Good night.
Go back to mommy's basement, Trumpy. Trumpy's gone.
Debbie Hovis.
He got the horn going on him. Trumpy's gone. Okay, what other questions you got? We're coming up on an hour. We're not going to stay long. If we're going to do these, try to do these every night. I mean, sometimes it just don't work. Mike's working late. He's working a lot. He's still got a lot of things going on. I mean, if there's nothing big tomorrow, probably going to skip a day on the show. But if something big happens, definitely be having one tomorrow. But let me look through here. So are the riots definitely coming after the Floyd trial? We just told you about the riots. These people have been informed. It's
all scuttlebutt. They've been informed.
Black Lives Matter. They've been visited. You will die if you come out and start blowing shit up and burning stuff down. They're not putting up with it no more. It's a different kind of in control now, if you know what I mean.
Yes, we understand.
The local city officials are not in control anymore. What about Cooper? Everybody loves
Cooper's going to be dealt with, guys, but we need to continue to push the effort on our side in a non-violent way. All right. I mean, I did call and tell them all to kiss my white ass today about the vaccine passport. Oops, I said it.
Michael Blender, I have no idea why you can't stay in our Telegram group. I really don't. But for about 30 shows in a row, you've let us know about it, and we've tried everything we can to help. So I don't know what to do at this point.
The Russia-Ukraine war is part of the WWE drama.
David Cabal needs to go. Let me find him.
And Debbie Hovis.
She needs to go too?
Oh, no, she's okay.
Okay. I'm looking for David. Where's that scumbag at?
Roy Cooper, North Carolina governor. That's right. He has to go. He's going.
I don't see David. Don't know what you meant. You said Flumbly needs to go, but Mike and Doug did it, and Grumpy went bye-bye. Well, we're not perfect.
Rosie, we were talking about somebody in the chat.
Yeah, it moves so fast sometimes, guys, it's hard to keep up with. It
right.
Really I don't see it. So we're about an hour.
So what we gain today, guys, is basically by the end of the month, we will see some very, very pollen was real bad today, y'all, if y'all can't tell by my eyes. But by the end of the month, at least it's not affecting my breathing like it was.
Right.
But by the end of the month, from now until the end of the month, we possibly will see some confessions. We will definitely be aware of the FRAUD stuff, which will substantiate the 19 return no later than May the 15th, if not before. Okay, we don't know what the dates are. again.
No more dates.
Yep. So by the end of that month, and then it's just going to continue to domino right on through. There was a website. If those of you that have seen the video can help us get the link to the free book about evils around us.
I'll have to go look at that video again. I did not write it down.
All right.
But there's a free website to go to get that, and I'll put it in the group.
All right.
I'll go back and watch that video. It's about halfway through. He shows the book, and it's supposedly a really good book. So look, guys, we're going to call it early night at an hour. Look, if we help one person tonight, just help them understand what's going on and feel like they were welcome. This is a place you can come and share your comments, your ideas. It's a place that you won't get ridiculed. You know what I mean? Right now I'm living my life right now. My daughter won't even speak to me. But it is what it is. I'm going to keep going on what I know, what I believe.
Let's do this. Start a timer, Doug. Let's have 30 minutes of silence. 30 seconds of silence.
Oh, okay.
Let's just everybody close your eyes and let's have 30 seconds of silence before we leave here. And I hope everybody got that 30 seconds, guys, of clearing your head and actually being still and being quiet and listen to things in your mind and in your heart and start acting on those instead of what we see in the real world. Okay. Your gut and your instinct, your natural instinct is what you need to follow now, because that's where God is in you. And we need to praise him for that and continue to grow our discernment, the gift of discernment, and continue to hang on to your faith in God and how all this evil is getting taken down in a timely manner in his time. It's in his, it's in Jesus' name, mighty name, that this is all being done.
Amen.
And
so with that said, guys, we're going to say goodnight. I'll let you know early tomorrow if we're going to have a show or not. We might skip a day and go to Thursday night, but I'll let you know early in the day. We'll see how things are going and what kind of information is released. Stay close to your Bible, pray, keep your family close, and be ready for just about anything. We can't give you no times and dates, so won't do it no more. But, we'll see you soon. If not tomorrow, it'll be Thursday night. We'll talk to you soon. Have a good night.
Good night.
Love you guys.